Hi there, my name is Mark Cruz, and for any budding photographers who really want better image quality than their compact camera or smartphone can provide, then the new entry-level Nikon DSLR, the D3500, is designed specifically for you. One of the most important features of a camera that many people forget about is how it feels in your hands and how efficient the button layout is. If a camera isn't comfortable or if it's difficult to use, then are you going to bring it with you when you're out with friends, family, or on an important vacation? Well, the D3500 uses the same design principles from the higher-end cameras, giving a very deep grip that's comfortable to hold no matter what lens you're using. And to make the camera even easier to shoot with, many of the often used buttons have been shifted to the right side of the body, enabling you to change these functions without having to change your grip at all on the camera. The D3500 is the smallest and lightest DSLR that Nikon makes, and with this new design change, it's also one of the most comfortable to use. And if you've been into photography for years, then you'll probably already know how to manipulate the settings to get the best images out of the camera. But what about if you're just new into photography? Will you have any idea what the P, A, S, and M stands for and how to adjust those settings to get great shots? Well, probably not. And even though you've bought an amazing DSLR and want to learn more about photography, you'll probably just stick with the auto mode. And this mode is fine for snapshots, but it won't teach you about photography, and you can't really unleash your creativity because it generally makes all the choices for you. This is where the Nikon engineers have come through again by having a mode designed specifically for users that want to learn more about photography, and this is the guide mode. By going into the advanced operations, you can choose what you want to learn about. Do you want to learn about how aperture affects the photo? Well, select one of the first two options. To learn how shutter speed affects the motion of a photo, you can select any of the next three options. Now let's just say we want to be creative and learn how to show water flowing. First, it'll tell you what exposure mode is recommended, in this case, shutter priority mode. It'll then say that the slower a shutter speed you use, the better the effect will look. And to give you an idea how it will actually look, on the next screen it'll show what water flowing will look like at different shutter speeds. At faster shutter speeds, like 1/200th of a second, you can see how individual water droplets are captured. But as the shutter speed is slowed down to 1 second long, the motion of the water really comes through. So now that guide mode helps you learn about how to change depth of field or play with the motion in your photos, how will you share those amazing shots? With built-in Bluetooth that allows the D3500 to connect to Nikon's free SnapBridge app, you can easily send 2 megapixel files to your smart device, which can then be sent to any social media platform that you prefer. And if you're using SnapBridge app version 2.5 or higher, you can even use the app as a remote control. Now, all of that sounds good so far, but what about things like image quality, autofocus speed, or battery performance? How does the camera stack up in those categories? Well, that's easy. It's class leading in almost all of those features. And thanks to an amazing 24 megapixel sensor, not only are you going to get great low light shots with vibrant colors, but you can crop in over half the photo and still have enough image to blow up to over an 8x10. The size of this DX format sensor is massive compared with a regular smartphone sensor. So if you've ever been disappointed when you've tried to print a photo taken with your phone, or if you don't like shooting in low light with it, all of those limitations are what should get you thinking about shooting with a real camera. The D3500 has an 11-point autofocus system that comes packed with features from our higher-end cameras with modes like dynamic tracking or 3D tracking. And when this is combined with the ability to shoot at 5 frames per second, this makes this a very capable little sports shooter. And battery life? The D3500 has 3 to 4 times the amount compared with many of the other cameras in its class, giving you over 1,200 shots on a single battery charge. No matter how you look at the Nikon D3500, it's an impressive DSLR. Do you want it for its class-leading features, its small and compact size, or do you want it because it'll actually teach you how to get better at photography? Any and all of these reasons are what makes the D3500 a great choice for so many people out there. Now, if you want to learn more about the Nikon D3500, please go and visit our website.